Welcome everyone and happy time zones. And welcome to round number 3 of the Mobile Fabrication Services GT3 series, the 60 minutes of Suzuka. One of the most iconic circuits on the planet in Japan is ready to tighten up the championship fight even more, shake up momentum, and push every driver to their limit. In the amateur division, Harry Severn rolls into Japan with the points lead and sitting 7 points ahead of Quentin Klumpert. Severn absolutely dominated last week at Interlagos, showing the field he's here to take this championship seriously, but Quentin isn't backing down just yet. He's hungry, he wants the top spot back, and Suzuka might exactly be where he does that. However, it doesn't end with just those two, because there are 17 other drivers strapping in tonight who are more than ready to flip the entire table. One mistake, one bold move, and one perfect lap in this championship picture could look completely different by the time the checker drops. Over in the pro division, David Klinkus, He arrives with swagger after muscling his way to victory lane in the rain at Interlagos, outlasting a relentless charge from Harry Hartley Price. But the standings tell a total different story, because at the top, Hayden Young and Harry Hartley Price are tied for the championship lead in their early season showdown. But right behind them, 10 points back, sits Tim Reed, waiting to strike here at Suzuka. He's been consistent, he's been fast, and tonight he sees a chance to pounce and put himself firmly in the title hunt. Tonight, a legendary racetrack, a stacked field, and championship battles that are just starting to heat up. This is round number 3 of the Mobile Fabrication Services GT3 series. This is Suzuka, and it is time to go racing. But first, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a quick look here at our race information here today. Again, we are at Suzuka International Racing Course right here in Japan. This track is 5.75 kilometers. The track temperature is sitting at 41 degrees Celsius. The weather is 21 degrees Celsius, so this track is hot. There is 94% humidity. We do got cloud cover, as you guys can see, and the wind is blowing at 22 kilometers per hour. And again, these guys are going to be running 45 minutes, including a 15-minute qualifying. The race is 60 minutes. And these guys do have 60% fuel, fixed setups, one fast repair, unlimited tires. And we do have drivers down here now turning laps. So let's get down to it. Let's start having a lot of fun here at Suzuka as we catch up here with Andy White in that Aston Martin machine. And while he does his laps, let's go ahead and ride on board with him and take a lap around this beautiful circuit as he will dive down here into turn number 1. Definitely a very unique course here is Suzuka. As you see him now breaking down over here into turn number 9, and he's gonna fly down here to turn towards turn number 10 and then down into the hairpin of 11. And out of the corner here he comes. There we go. As you see him now coming down this very long straightaway, heading into turn 15, and then a hard brake into the Casio triangle here, and then back out onto the front straightaway. And this is one lap around Suzuka. Let me go ahead and throw up the tower here for you. Yeah, as of right now, white is on top for your pro division, and right now your amateur division, it looks like Kostrick, he is currently up in that first spot there. As we take a look at Kostrick and that number 01 McLaren as he's whipping around this speedway. A lot of these drivers are working lap number 2 here, getting ready to finish their lap times. Andy White up here, getting ready to head up out of turn number 18 back to the start finish line. Still on top there with a 159.9. David Kinkshis. He's getting ready to finish up his second lap here as well. He's looking to better his time, which he will just a little bit there, making it a 2 minute .109. Really good run there for him. Jeremy Jukish in that number 28 Corvette, he's brought his machine up into the lead for the AM division, and that will put him right about 5th on your starting grid. So really good lap time out of him. And Quentin Klumpert, he's a 2nd currently in the AM division. Let's go ahead and jump back here to Quentin Klumpert, up here fighting for your points battle, as he's got a pretty unique paint scheme on his race car today. All right, and qualifying looks like maybe ending here in just a couple moments. Harry Price in that number 98 AMG machine. He put down a good lap time of a 2-minute .317. And as you guys still see, White, he is still on top there with the 159. He's the only one who's got down into the 159s at the moment. Harry Price not able to get a better lap time in there. Let's see. Oh, Jeremy Jukish, he just went around. That's going to put him up here in that 5th spot. Quentin Klumpert, he's going to be back here now in that 11th spot. So he has fallen back a little bit here as he's getting ready to go through the S's here once again. Definitely a very unique portion of this track for sure. Andy White bettering his lap time with the 159.750. So he's fast. I think we're going to have very interesting things to see here as this race moves on. Let's see here. Here comes Quentin Klumpert. He's looking to better his lap time here in the final minutes here. Let's see if he can do that this time by to the start finish line. No, he will better his time, but he's going to stay back there in that 11th spot with a 2-minute .851. Let's see who else is out here on track that we can take a look at here. Christopher Haynes in that number 97 machine. He's going to bring his he's going to bring his McLaren back down into the pit, so he's going to finish up his qualifying laps here. Let's see. As of right now, I think that's everybody. Oh, Quentin Klumpert, he's still out here running some laps. Craig Korish in that number 13 machine. He's out here running some decent lap times as well. He's up there 8th in the Pro Division. His lap time was a 2-minute .805. So I think he's trying to see what he can do about bettering this previous lap time as he's getting ready to go through Casio Triangle, which is turn 16, 17, 18. Good lap time there. All right, Peter Duke in that number 177 McLaren. He just jumped up into that 3rd spot with a 2 minutes .213 lap time. Really good lap time there for that young man. Glenn Ablard, he's getting ready to come through turn 15 now and race his way. Oh, that will do it for our qualifying here. Definitely some very interesting racing going on there, as we're going to go ahead and get ready into our warm-up. And while these guys are warming up, we are not able to do our race grid, but we can go ahead and take a look at our race or our qualifying results here in just a moment. So for our pro division, Andy White set a wicked time there of 1 minute 59 seconds and 0.750. So really good lap time there for him. David Kinkias, he's going to start second. Starting third is going to be Peter Duke in his number 177 machine, followed by Harry Price. Tim Reed, he'll be starting in row number or fifth in class in his number 155 machine, and Hayden Young that in the number 46, who's up there tied in your point standings. Hayden needs a really good run here if he wants to, you know, to break that tiebreaker. Glenn Ablard in that 127, he'll be starting 7th. Sam Berry in that 129, he'll be starting 8th. Craig Korish, he will be starting 9th in class in his number 13 machine. Heading over to our AM division, Jeremy Jukish will be starting 1st in his number 28 machine. Quinton Klumper, 8th in the number 8 machine. He'll be starting 2nd. Scott Kostrick in the number 01 machine will be starting 3rd. Matthew Macy in the number 89. He'll be starting 4th. Harry Severn, last week's winner in the AM division, he will be starting 5th in his number 123 machine. James Moore in the number 17, he'll be starting 6th. Daniel Poole in the number 82 machine will be starting 7th. Joel Loudon will be starting 8th in his number 79 machine. Gio Giovandassami, sorry Theo, in the number 11th, he'll be starting 9th. Raymond Van will be starting 10th in the number 84 machine. Christopher Haynes in the 97, he will be starting 11th. And James Vardigans, he'll be in that number 06, he'll be starting 12th. Simon Darsh in the 44, he'll be starting 13th. Mark Wesley in the number 88 machine, he'll be starting 14th. 15th is going to be Sean Clark in the number 68 machine. Gareth Newton in the number 24, he'll be starting 16th. Sergio Cabral in the 07, he will be starting 17th. And Sindre Johansson will be starting 18th in his number 69 machine. Definitely going to be a very interesting race here for us today, as we're getting ready to get this thing underway. Now let's go ahead and ride on board here once again with a couple of these drivers. As we are riding on board here with Glenn Ablard in his number 127 BMW. Heavy braking down here into 16, 17, 18. And then back to the start finish line right here. right, now we're riding on board with Matthew Macy and his number 89 Porsche. Sindre. All right, now we're going to transfer over into our race session, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this thing going. Alrighty, just gonna go ahead and glance over once again here at our starting grid. Andy White, David Kickus, Peter Duke, and Harry Price, Tim Reed, Hayden Young, Glenn Ablard, and Sam Barry. I guess we should do it overall here, as everybody I believe is mixed in. Yeah, so Andy White, David Kinkish, Peter Duke, Harry Price, Jeremy Jukish in the number 28, Tim Reed, Hayden Young, Glenn Ablard, Sam Barry, and Craig Korish. Quentin Klumpert and Scott Kostrick will be 11th and 12th. Starting 13th and 14th is Matthew Macy, Harry Severn. James Moore, Daniel Poole, 15th, 16th. 17th is going to be Joel Loudon. 18th, Theo. Number 9, starting 19th is Raymond Van, Christopher Haynes, James Vardigans, Sim Karish, Mark Wesley, Sean Clark, Gareth Newton, Sergio Cabral, and Sindre Johansson. And then you got your Stewart. That's not important there, as we're going to go ahead and get our cars ready and grooving here. As we are getting ready to go racing here. And right there, ladies and gentlemen, you see all right, the pace car is getting ready to pace car is off, and we are getting ready to go racing here at Suzuka. Andy White, David Kinchis bringing the field to the green, and we are green flag racing right here at Suzuka. What a good jump there by Andy White, as he will lead the field down here into turn number 1. David Kinchis is trying to hold off Peter Duke, but Peter Duke gets a better run there out of turn number 2, as they are now going up here through the S's for the very first time. Nice and smooth back here for everybody, as they're now running single foul. Andy White out front, as we have a little bit of movement going on a little bit further here in the back, as these drivers are starting to run side by side back here. Scott Kostrick is trying to hold off James Moore, as you see one car get way off here, and here comes Theo in that BMW. He's trying to get around Moore in that Aston Martin, not able to make it happen that time. As behind Theo, you have Matthew Macy. He's trying to make some noise in that number 89, trying to get around Theo for that 6th spot. Not able to make it happen just yet, so as they get single foul back out. But as we go a little bit further on back here in the back, you have that number 82 machine of Daniel Poole. He was able to get around Joel Loudon, and now Joe Loudon, we have one car. Joel, yeah, he just went way off track, as he will go ahead and re-enter right behind Sean Clark. Simon, oh, we have trouble for Simon Darsh. He has some issues. let's go back here for a very quick moment. Let's see what happened to Darsh here. Oh, I don't know why it chose that camera, but let's come back here, try that again. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but alright, let's see what happened here to Sam Darsh. As it looks like he got possibly got a little bit of help there, but everything's looking good so far. As we're going to jump back live. Alright, now that he is playing catch up, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump back up here to the front of the field where Andy White and David Kinkus is starting. I'm sorry, Kinkus is starting to pull away from the rest of the pack. As you see, something happened with Sergio Cabral in that number 07 machine. Let's go ahead and go back here, take a look, and see what happened. He just got loose and stuck it into the wall there. So, but no harm, no foul on that one. And the number 79, he was warned about contact, so something that those drivers are going to have to keep an eye on. As we jump back here and take a look here at Hayden Young in that number 46 McLaren. He's doing a good job at the moment, keeping it nice and clean. Moved up one spot so far since we've gone green, but don't count him out just yet, as everybody is still going to be going. And Sindre Johansson, he just had some issues. Let's go ahead and come back, take a look, see what happened with him. We caught the back end there, so let's go back just a little bit further. Just got up on that curbing, and that sent him around. He just went off track again, so he's probably has some damage there to that front tire. He's going to have to come down pit road and get that fixed. As we jump back up here with Peter Duke, Tim Reed, and Harry Price. This here is your battle for that third spot. Right now, Peter Duke has it, holding off Reed and Price, and right behind them is Young. So your top three here in points are running 4th, 5th, and 6th. As they are now approaching Spoon, I believe it's called here. 4th, 5th, 6th. Oh, they're coming into 15th, and then they're going to hit over into that turns 14, 15, 16. As you take a look here at Tim Reed and Harry Price, they're still stalking that back bumper of Peter Duke. You know, they may be teammates in those AMG Mercedes, but they are definitely racing as hard as they can. Let's jump back here through the field a little bit more. Let's meet up with Quentin Klumpert, your current race leader in the AM division. And he is being hounded now by Harry Severn, your last week's winner. So your 2 points leaders right there on first and second. So this is going to do nothing but tighten up that points battle even more for these 2 drivers as they continue to make their way around this circuit as they are approaching Spoon. Really good battle going on here for these drivers. Let's go ahead and jump back a little bit more. Let me take a look here and see some battles here that we have very strong going right now. We've actually got quite a few battles going on here. Jeremy Jukish in that number 28 Corvette, he's made a move here on Harry Severn. He's going to try to start making his way up to catch Quentin Klumpert now, as we have one car, looks like he went off. Sergio Cabral and Mark Wesley both went off. Let's see, another battle brewing back here. Raymond Van Zutphen, he is right on that back bumper of Mark Wesley now in that number 88 machine. He's trying to get himself around Mark Wesley for that 10th spot overall. I'm sorry, in class, 19th overall. All right, let's take a look here at this battle right here is starting to get really intense now between Daniel Poole, Christopher Haynes, Matthew Macy, and James Moore. And then don't count Theo out behind these guys as well, as these guys are really starting to spice things up back here for that 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th spots. As we have some amazing, just really good racing all around. As I'm going to go ahead and jump real quick here to Harry Price and Tim Reed. These guys just swapped positions for that 4th spot. Tim Reed fell back to 5th. Harry Price up to that 4th spot. Now he's going to turn his attention to Peter Duke, see what he can do out of that machine. Let's go ahead and jump back here to James Moore and Theo. As you see, Theo now making a run on, trying to get on the inside, not able to make it happen there into turn number 1. So Theo's going to fall back a little bit and now run single file once again, as that did not work out for him there. Quentin Klumpert still your race leader here in the AM division. Andy White, he is still out front as well, starting to pull away from David Kinkus as well. So, you know, Andy White, he's really flexing his muscle and making it a change here at Suzuka after a very disappointing movement out of Andy White last week in the rain, where he struggled tremendously and unfortunately finished back in the back. So he's come out and he's really flexing his muscles in that Aston Martin. That's the one. As we take a look now here at the number 86 machine. right behind him, like I said, is going to be David Kinkus in that 118 Ferrari. No, that's not. Is that Ferrari? No. Lamborghini, that's the car I'm looking for. And that 118 Lambo, he's doing a phenomenal job. He's not really allowing White to pull away, so he's still staying right there. He's still got plenty of time. We do have a pit stop to do, so that everything can change with pit stops as well. As we jump back here to Harry Price, he is now right on the back bumper of Peter Duke, as they are now heading down towards Spoon, and he's going to try to make a move hopefully here very shortly to overtake for that third spot. But this last time by, Peter Duke got a better run, so he's going to have to get a better run this time over Duke, and if he's going to try to make any sort of run. Well, we have a lot of issues going on. Jeremy, he just something happened with him back there. He's got a lot of damage as he is crab walking now. Tim Reed in that number 155, he went way off track as well. Now this is going to change quite a bit, as we're gonna have to go back and review those incidents. Let's go back first. So start off here with Simon Darsh. He went off track here. No harm, no foul. Then Sindre Johansson, he got off track as well. Got up on that curb, nice and easy, back in. And then Jeremy Jukrish, he finally went off track on that curbing. He hit the wall very awkwardly. Then he started to spin that machine back around. No harm, no foul there. That's exactly what we saw out of him. And then Tim Reed just had some issues here as well. Just got on that curb and hard into the tires, and he just went straight through there and went ahead and came down into pits as soon as he was cleared to do so. So definitely very unfortunate for a lot of those drivers. Let's go ahead and come back live. Tim Reed had a phenomenal run up there, running in that top 5 for a good majority of this race. Now back in that 19th spot. Let's go ahead and jump back up here to Matthew Macy and Christopher Haynes and James Moore, as these drivers are battling it back out here for 4th, 5th, and 6th in the AM division. These guys doing a phenomenal job so far. Matthew Macy using that draft here on the front straightaway. He was looking, wasn't able to make anything happen. So he's going to go ahead and just chillax again, right back behind Christopher Haynes in that McLaren. Really good run he had there on that front straightaway, but just not enough time or movement to get right there to his back bumper. As I am looking at a couple other battles currently on track, one between James Vardigan and Gareth Newton. These guys running pretty much nose tail as we jump here to this battle back here. This is for 11th and 12th in class for the AM division. James Vardigan's in that Jimmy's machine. He's able to hold him off for the moment as they dive down here into I would call it the horseshoe. But I know that's not the name. The hairpin. That's what I was looking for there. Right there in the hairpin. Your pole sitter for the AM division, Jeremy Courage, he went off track. As you see, he spun over here and backed it into the tire barrier. Very unfortunate there for him, and he will have to get back a tow back to pits. So very unfortunate there for your pole sitter. As we take a look back here at James Vardigan, he's right behind Sean Clark. As it looks, your battle back here for third is heating up between Peter Duke and Harry Price. Harry Price going to try to get around Duke this time as they are coming to the spoon. Not able to do anything just yet. Good battles going on all around. David Kinkus, he is still right there on the back bumper of Andy White for your race lead, and then 5 seconds back, or 5.5 seconds back, you got Peter Duke and Harry Price back here racing hard for that third spot. Oh, Duke got an incredible run there out of the Casio Triangle, so he's going to get a decent run here into turn number 1, and Price will not be able to do anything with it, unfortunately. But let's jump back up here to Christopher Haynes and Matthew Macy. As Macy, he's still trying hard to get around that number 97 McLaren of Christopher Haynes. Not able to make anything happen with it just yet, but coming here on the front straightaway, Macy has one heck of a run. He's going to possibly try to jump out and make that pass right there, and he's going to try to round the outside of the corner, which is going to be very hard to do, but it is very possible he can hold it, as he will not make the pass, as he had to go around the outside there, but definitely not the way he wanted it to happen. But here he comes. He's going to try it again through the S's. Still not able to make anything happen. We just got word that Brandon Poole had some issues. Let's go back and take a look, see what happened to Brandon. Coming through the triangle. And totally missed the pits and hit head on into our camera, which I'm assuming is right there at the end of pits. Definitely very unfortunate there for Poole. Let's go ahead and jump back live now. This is still our battle here for that 4th spot in the AM division. Sean Clark, he just went off track, and that allowed Garrett Newsom to get around him. He must have went way off track. Let's go ahead and take a look here, because he spun it out. Was able to save it, but that cost him a lot of time there. As we jump back here live with our passing here, Matthew Macy down into the grass, and he will go ahead and bring it down pit road, and James Moore and Mark Wesley, they will get around him as well. So as you guys can see here, our pit cycle is starting. The car number 28 of Jeremy Jukic has retired out of this race, so definitely a very unfortunate situation there for Jeremy. As we jump back up here to our battle for first in overall and in class for the pro division, Andy White, David Kinkus, he's still trying hard to get to the back bumper of White, but not able to do it as of now. So definitely, you know, these guys putting on a wonderful battle up here for your race lead. But Andy White is just that little bit quicker. And so that's causing David having a lot of issues to get there to his back bumper. And let's take a moment here. While we're continuing to watch this battle here for the race lead. Gonna jump here into chat real quick. Tim Reed, or Josh says, Tim Reed, here we go. Raids and Destroy, evening. How are you doing? Throwing it out there for Matthew. Need to change Matthew Macy to Spectra Racing instead of Privateer. All right, I will make a note of that right now. Matthew Macy to Spectra Racing. Fendi Racing and the IRPAS Racing League, nice qualifying for Jeremy and Andy, #1 spots, and yes, really good there. Great start for all these guys. Hayden Lottie says, "Let's go, Hayden." Hayden. Sorry about that, everybody. My kiddo disconnected my microphone. I don't know what the last thing you guys heard. So if you guys don't mind dropping that over here in chat for me so I can touch back up on what I missed. Yeah, I'm not sure how much you guys missed, but Eddie, shout out to the Jimmy's Coffee Boys. They are having a phenomenal run so far. You know, just having a good time out there. I do apologize about that, everybody. All right, let's get back to the racing action now that I've got everything reset up here. Yeah, David, he is now taking over that points or that top spot as, you know, your race leader came down into the pits as more and more drivers are starting to come down for their pit cycle. Let me... Well, it looks like Gio just had some issues in that number 11 BMW. Let's go back, let's come back here, take a look, see what happened to Theo. As he was riding right behind these drivers in front. And just, see, this corner has bit about 4 or 5 cars already. So definitely very unfortunate there for Theo. And we are getting ready to cross over to our halfway point in the race. We will now have 30 minutes left. Sindre Johansson, Joel Loudon, Raymond Van Zoofen, these guys have came and gone out of pits already. As we take a look here at Hayden Young getting ready to come down to hit his pit stop. The number 84, he got a black flag for speeding down on pit road. So tough a break for that number 84 machine of Raymond Van Zoofen. So I believe he may have to come back down. He will have to... Quentin Klumper in that number 8 BMW returning to the racetrack now. Really great lap times for a lot of these drivers here. Sean Clark down in pit road now getting service on his number 68 Porsche. He's done a phenomenal job. He did move up just about 11 spots. As everything is starting to cycle through. Andy White in that number 86 Aston Martin. He is now sitting just about 3.2 seconds back from your race leader. So Kinkus definitely had a better pit stop time than Andy White. So Andy White has a lot of work to do And Hayden Young, he is now from that 5th spot moved up all the way to 3rd in this pit cycle. So Hayden Young had an incredible pit cycle in that McLaren as well. But he's got Peter Duke right on his tail in that number 177 McLaren as well. So definitely got a lot of good racing currently going on. Let's jump back here to Harry Price, who is right there. Oh, we have trouble right back behind them. That's going to be Craig Korish in that number 13 Ferrari. As you see his body parts all over the place, he does not have a rear wing, so he's going to have to come down pit road on that Clark and James Motorsports machine and get that wing put back on. So definitely a big heartbreak for Craig Korish in that Ferrari. But we're going to jump back up here to Hayden Young and Peter Duke as they're getting ready to duke it out for that 3rd spot. Peter Duke was quicker than Hayden most of this time. So unfortunately, you know, I don't see Hayden Young going to be able to hold off Peter Duke very long, as these drivers are now coming into the spoon. And here comes Peter Duke. He was looking on the inside, not able to make it happen, as they will now exit the spoon and make it down for this very long straightaway heading into turns 14, 15, 16. So just hold off here just a moment. Oh, I'm sorry. I got my spots mixed up. They're heading down into the spoon now. Man, Hayden Young was able to pull away from Peter Duke there, as Duke had issues getting through the hairpin. But now here they come, making their way down to turns 14, 15, 16. Really good run there out of those final corners there for Hayden Young, as he will pull even further away from Duke. We're going to quickly jump back to this battle for 6th in your AM division, as Matthew Macy, he's trying hard to make movement on that Christopher Haynes McLaren, as they are getting ready to come on this long straightaway. And he's going to get to the right hand side of that machine, and they will drag race down here into the corner. But Macy is going to get into the grass there, unfortunately, and that's going to bring James Vardigan, Mark Wesley around him in that number 88 machine. But he's looking to fight back, but not able to do it based off of the turns there of those corners. I think if it was going the opposite direction, I think he would have been able to hold on to that position just fine. But he's not done yet, as he's now looking again to attack Mark Wesley on that right hand side. He's got the line, he's got it, and they're going to run side by side out of turn number 2 here. And now they're going to hit down here into the S's, where each corner will give both of those drivers an advantage. But it will be Matthew Macy coming out on top for that 7th spot in front of Mark Wesley. So now he's going to have to battle hard to get back to that back bumper of Christopher Haynes now for that 6th spot. So just like that, one small little mistake that cost Matthew Macy a couple seconds a spot, and then he had to turn around and try to fight even harder to get some of this spot back, as he is now pulling away from Mark Wesley, but he is gaining on Christopher Haynes now. Sean Clark in that number 68 machine, he just had a big off, I believe. Let's go ahead and go back to see what happened here, as he just got way wide going through this portion, this section of the corner. Yeah, there he goes. Now he's able to get it back on. So just a really big off there for Sean Clark. No harm, no foul there, but catching back up here to Christopher Haynes and Matthew Macy. Macy has caught Haynes, and now it's going to be all about see what Macy can do in that Porsche. See how long it takes him to get around the McLaren of Christopher Haynes here as they are approaching the slow 14, 15, 16 corners. Really good battle right now here for that 5th spot in the AM division. I am keeping my eye out on other battles throughout the field. Everything is pretty quiet amongst your top drivers there in the pro division. Nothing much really is going on, but Sindre Johansson has crashed. Let's go back, take a look here, see what happened to Sindre. He just he got on those curbs, hard impact to those to that outside wall there, and a big miss by that number 86 machine, I believe it was, of Andy White. Definitely a very unfortunate there for Sindre Johansson as we come back live to this battle here once again for that 5th spot in the AM division. James Moore in the number 17 machine, he has retired in the race, and I believe Sandre in the number 69, he's going to possibly be retiring as well. So Matthew Macy in that number 89 machine. Oh, yep. He just lost it in that corner, just like a lot of these other drivers. Not able to get back around on it just as quick. So big unfortunate there for Matthew Macy. So he's going to fall back all the way to that 8th spot. And now he's going to be quite a little bit behind now of James Vardigan's up in that 7th spot. So 12, 13, 14 seconds there lost for Matthew Macy. James Moore in that number 17, he just jumped to the pits as well, but I believe he is out. Let's come back up here to Sam Barry in that number 129 Porsche. He's now got that fast driver of Peter Duke behind him in the number 117 McLaren. Now he's going to try to see what he can do to get around this Porsche here on the front straightaway. Pretty decent exit out of the final corners there for Duke, and he will gain just a little bit here on Sam Barry, but I don't think it's going to be enough for him to really make a move. As I say that, he's going to get right to the back bumper of Barry, and this one right here is going to be for that 4th spot. So now it's going to be how long can Barry hold off Duke? As we know, Duke is very fast. Let's go ahead and take a look here at your top times. Right now, David Kinkus in that 118 machine, he is your fastest with a 159.8, and between Barry and Duke, Duke is definitely a lot quicker by 0.3 seconds, so it's probably only going to be a matter of time here before any of these drivers really start to make any kind of movements. Taking a look here, let's jump back here to Mark Wesley and his McLaren. He is still trying to chase down Christopher Haynes, and James Vardigans is trying to chase him down. And so this battle up here for that 5th spot in the AM division has not gotten any worse. It's gotten a lot tighter and a lot better for these drivers. The 07 is being investigated for a collision, and that's going to be Sergio Cabral. Let's come back, see if we can see what happened with Sergio, as he got a little loose down into the grass there, came up the track, and then obviously you see that faster car coming, and that's the contact right there that is being investigated. But we're about to wait to hear from our race control, see what they have to say about that. Alright, let's jump back up here to Mark Wesley, James Vardigans. Vardigans still trying hard to track down Mark Wesley. See what kind of a shot we can get on that Jimmy's iced coffee machine. Doing an incredible job trying to track down Mark Wesley. He's not letting Mark get too far out in front, but just still having a little bit of issues there trying to get him better. Let's now take a look here at Sam Barry, who is still holding off Peter Duke of that 177 machine. And Harry Price, he's starting to make himself known in that number 98 machine. We have just about 14 minutes remaining in this race, ladies and gentlemen. All these cars are starting to spread out a little bit more. All right, going to jump back up here to Sam Barry, Peter Duke, and Harry Price has now got himself within 1 second of these two. So now we've got this good battle up here for this 4th spot once again in this Pro Division class. As right now it's in the hands of Sam Barry in that number 129 Porsche. So he's doing a pretty decent job at holding off these drivers behind him, as they are making their way to turn 15, I believe that is. Yeah, 16, 17, 18 is the end. Hayden needs to be changed from privateer to Send It Racing. You've got it. I'm going to make that note right now. Thank you, Lottie, for letting me know. Missed such a good fight between Harry and Glenn. Trust me, I don't think that that battle is done just yet. Duke made a mistake for Sam to get him, yes. Good old Harry versus Peter, absolutely. So Peter Duke, Harry Price, now here it comes. Now Harry Price, he's looking to try to get around him, not able to do it just yet. Now he's looking to the right side, hard down into that braking zone, not able to make anything happen as they get ready to go under the bridge and make their way to that hairpin. As you see Price still trying, oh, he turns him, contact. Peter Duke gets turned off the front bumper of Harry Price, and I'm not exactly sure how the officials are going to like that one very much. So we're going to have to wait to see what happens there. As you guys saw it live, let's go ahead and go back, take a look here to see what happened. Just coming down into the hairpin. Harry Price in that number 98 machine, he dove down into the corner and just dove a little too deep there, and that ended him getting into the side there of Duke, and Duke went around. So very unfortunate there. So now the collision between Peter Duke and Harry Price are both being investigated. Now something happened back here with Mark Wesley. It says that he just had some issues, so let's go back here real quick, see what happened to him. Getting out of under the bridge, heading over to the hairpin. He just overshot it a little bit, so nothing, no harm there, no foul. As we jump back up here to that 7th spot of Glenn Ablard, Tim Reed, he is now chasing him hard in that Clark and there it is. Sorry guys, I'm still trying to learn everything. Clark and James, that's the one I'm looking for. Clark and James Motorsports. You know, we haven't really touched base with the race leaders as of yet, so let's take a look here. Quentin Klumper in that number 8 BMW. He is currently first in class for your AM division, and he's got just about a 4-second lead over Harry Severn and Craig Korish. He is still trying hard to fight back from that earlier incident, but he's 17 seconds back from those guys. So right now, Quentin Klumper, Harry Severn are going to solidify their points lead battle up top, and David Kinkus in that number 118 Lamborghini once again flexing his muscles and solidifying his points battle up here in the pro division. And Andy White, he is still tracking him down 3 seconds back. So Andy White, he was, after the pit cycle, I think Andy White was like 7 seconds back or something like that, and so far he's made his way up here to that to just about 3.5 seconds back. Let's jump back here to James Vardigan and Christopher Haynes back here for that 5th spot. James Moore had some issues back in that that number 17 machine. He had some issues, and there will be a 5-second penalty added on to Harry Price for that incident between himself and between himself and Peter Duke. Collision for number 118 and the number 17 is being investigated. Let's quickly go back, take a look here. This here is going to be James Moore in that number 17 machine, as he just goes really wide. I'm wondering if something happened a little bit further down here. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here. James Vardigan's just had an issue. As you see him go around there in front of Christopher Haynes. Alright, so now we are back live. So James Vardigan's, he just went around and lost time to Christopher Haynes, Mark Wesley, and Matthew Macy. But he's now starting to march his way back closer to Macy. As we're taking a look here, no really true close battles as of yet. As we jump back up here to Sam Berry and Harry Price. These two drivers are going to start duking it out. So just remember, there is going to be a 5-second penalty to Harry Price at the end of this event, so that's going to absolutely change everything, you know, for your ending in the standings for tonight or today's event. So that's something that we're gonna have to keep an eye out on, as this battle here is getting a lot closer. Harry Price now just down to a 0.7, as Theo Govindasamy, he had some issues. So let's go back, take a look, see what happened to Theo. We just caught the tail end of that, actually. Here we go. Yeah, just coming through, gets into the gas. Moves it around. No harm, no foul there. And he will go ahead and pull away here. Not exactly sure what happened here, so let's stay with him here for just a couple more moments, because I know he had another incident. So I believe that was a little bit further, as we taking a look here, as he is heading here to the hairpin, or I'm sorry, yeah, and now he's coming down to 15, 16, 17. He just overshot right there. Yeah, just a very unfortunate situation there for him. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but Sam Berry back up here with Sam Berry and Harry Price. Harry Price now right on that back bumper of Sam Berry. So this battle up here for that third spot is starting to heat up a little bit. I'm sorry, that fourth spot is starting to heat up. But in order for Harry Price to stay in that fourth spot after the race, he's going to have to quickly get into a 5-second lead in front of Sam Berry. But we only have 3 minutes left in this race. So he's going to have to try to do something, and he's going to have to do something quick. But I don't think he's going to have enough time to pull off to a decent lead over him. As you see Sam Berry get over the curbs and off track just a little bit, and that is allowing Price to get right there on the back bumper. He's got that draft right now, and he's looking to overtake here in turn number 1. Not able to get alongside, but he'll go ahead and just stay right behind Berry for the moment, as Price is looking to try to get around him here. here he comes trying to make another run, not able to do it through this section of the S's, as they will come out of the S's now and make their way around the rest of this course. Really close racing at the moment for these two drivers. Right now your race lead belongs to David Kinkis and that number 118 machine for the Pro Division. Quentin Klumper, your race leader in your AM division. And right now this is a really good battle right here for this fourth spot, but just remember there's going to be a 5-second penalty added on to Harry Price, so even if he were to get around Sam Berry, he will still be in that fifth spot, as he does have a 7-second distance between himself and Peter Duke. So it's not going to really hurt Harry Price here in the grand scheme of things. But definitely, you know, if he's able to get around Sam Berry for the fourth, he will only be given fifth place. So it's a little bit of a hit in points, but at the same time, it could have been a lot worse. As we just got word that Theo in the number 11 BMW, he has retired out of the event. So that is 2 cars currently sitting out of the event. Really good battle, 1 minute left here in this event as we come down across the start finish line. This is going to be the white flag, so let's jump up here with your race leader as he is continuing to march his way or out of the S's here. Andy White was only able to bring that lead down to a 2.6 second gap. So definitely a good but hurtful day there for Andy White, as he lost the race lead on that round of pit stops. But he's got a very good decent lead here for David there. And back to Hayden Young, just about 15 seconds back from David is going to be Hayden Young. Very good drive for that number 46 McLaren. All right, here he comes, coming to turn 15 for the final time today, as he's going to get ready to hook it to the left here. And that right there, that's the distance between Kinkis and White. And coming here into 16, 17, 18, and then down here to the front straightaway. Ladies and gentlemen, round number 3 race winner will belong to David Kinkis, followed by Andy White. Then back here to Hayden Young in that number 46 McLaren. He is going to bring it home third. Back here to your AM division, Quentin Klumper and that number 8 BMW is coming through turn 15 for the final time. Now heading up here to turn 16, 17, 18, as he's going to circle around here with no problems, as he will come to the start finish line. Ladies and gentlemen, your AM winner is going to be Quentin Klumper in that number 8, and he's going to bring himself higher up into the point standings. Harry Severn, really strong finish for him in his McLaren, as he will finish second. And Scott Kostrick, he will come out of turn 16, 17, 18 for the final time, and he will come home third in class in his McLaren for the AM division. We still have some drivers out here trying to finish up some battles and final laps here. As I'm taking a look here, see who all is still running. Mark Wesley in that number 88 machine, he's going to come around to the start finish line. All right, Christopher Haynes, he's going to come home 6th in that machine. Joel Loudon closing in here on Haynes as well, but not able to do anything with it. Simon Darch is coming there. James Vardigans just had a issue in his Jimmy's iced coffee Ashton Martin, but he will go ahead and bring it home 9th in class. And Matthew Macy, after having a gut-wrenching end to his day early on, or late in this race, I believe, he will bring it home 10th. And that is going to be our last driver now to pass the start-finish line. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for our race. But let's go ahead and let's go talk to some of our race leaders. Let's see what we can get. All right, let's see here. Bunt there. Beautiful. All right, so right now we have Andy White. He's up here waiting in the interview room. So give me just one moment here. Let me get everything set up. And let's go ahead and all right. David, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. I apologize about that. David, what a wonderful run for you today here at Suzuka. Talk about your run today, and you know how did you manage to take over that race lead over during the pit cycle?
Well, at the start of the race, the track temp scared me, so I was like, I'll start saving my tires from lap 1, no problem. So I think saving the entire first stint really helped me throughout the race. And the Lambo's really good on fuel, so I can go an extra lap. So I gained a lot of time there. I don't think I would have passed Andy if it wasn't for the fuel. But it was a fun race. I don't think anything major happened. I think that's everything.
Yeah, definitely a really good turnout for you today. Started second, moved up to first. So really good, strong run for you today. Congratulations on your win. And is there anybody that you would like to do a shout out for before I let you go today?
Yeah, I'll keep the streak going, and another shout out to Fresh Rover. They wanted me to be emotional, but I'm not that kind of guy. But yeah.
No problems there. All right, David, congratulations on your win, and we will see you next week.
Yep. See ya.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your overall winner driver, that number 118 Lambo, David Kinkus. Let's go ahead and talk to Andy White now. Coming home second in his Aston Martin in the number 86. Andy, do you got a copy?
Yeah, Mike.
Man, Andy, what an incredible run for you today. You came home, or you started on the pole. You did come home second after the pit cycle. Talk us through your race and what caused you to lose some time there on that pit cycle.
Yeah, the opening stint was pretty much as good as I could hope for. We got a good start, took the lead, maintained it. Was looking after the tyres, not so much for the fuel. But then when it came to the pit stop, I took just a little bit too much fuel, and that allowed David through, and he was gone then. The car was a little bit heavier, so I was trying to save the tyres a little bit. And in the second stint, it was just about managing the tyres. And I was kind of hoping that David might have underfueled, so he might need to fuel save a little bit, but that wasn't the case. I just took too much, and that was the end of it, really.
Yeah, but definitely a really good turnaround for you, though. I think you came out with like 7 seconds back, I think, and you were able to bring it all the way down to 3.4. So you definitely were wicked fast here in Suzuka, and hopefully this momentum will carry into next week.
Yeah, we hope so, mate. It's going to be a tough track next week, though.
Definitely, the mountain of Mount Panorama is definitely a beast in its own, and definitely going to be a very interesting race next week.
Yeah, definitely. There'll be some incidents there for sure.
Definitely. Looking forward to it. All right, and before I let you go today, Andy, is there anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Shout out to the missus and the kids. I know they're watching the stream, so thanks for the support. Shout out to all the guys at Clocks and James, and shout out to you guys for broadcasting.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, driver that number 86, Clark and James Motorsports, Aston Martin, is going to be Andy White. We'll see you next week, buddy.
See you, mate.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and bring up your race winner in the AM division of Quentin Klumpert. Quentin, do you got a copy?
Yeah.
Quentin, man, what an incredible run for you here today at Suzuka. I know you started, I think it was like second or third on the charts, but you came home with a strong finish. Walk us through your day, and how fast was that BMW for you today?
Well, I thought I became P2 because I don't know the guy's name, but he was really far in front and had a really good qualifying. But all of a sudden he was gone. So the last 20 laps I was not focusing on radios, etc. And I had some brown pants moment in turn 1. But luckily it was stable enough to bring it home and P1 again. It's really tied with the championship at the moment. So really loving that.
Yeah, absolutely. And, just all around, a very quick day for you here today. Once you took over that race lead, you said adios and you pulled away. Next week, we're heading over to Mount Panorama. What's your thoughts about the mountain?
Well, the next 3 circuits I have to learn, so it will be practicing a lot. So yeah, we will see how fast my pace is there.
Yeah, the only true advice I can give you about Mount Panorama there is make sure you have some extra drawers on hand, because let me tell you what, going up through the mountain, and once you get to the top, you're going to be fast, close to the wall, and you're going to be
Yeah.
going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and then you're going to go like, okay, breathe, and then you get to do it all over again.
Yeah, I had that sometimes here in turn 1 because you feel the underside coming up, and yeah. But we will see in Panorama.
Yes, it's definitely a rhythm track, something that I definitely see out of you. So I don't think you're going to have too much issues out at Mount Panorama. And before I let you go today, Quentin, is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Well, Harry, Severn, I would say, because the title fight's really close and he's pushing me a lot. So I really love that. The pressure is now really on.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. Alrighty, congratulations on your class win today, finishing 8th overall, and we will see you next week at the mountains.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I kind of missed and overlooked somebody finishing 3rd in the pro division, Hayden Young in that number 46 McLaren. Hayden, do you got a copy?
Hello, mate.
Man, Hayden, what an incredible run for you today. I know you started a little bit further back in the field than you were anticipating, but man, what a drive all the way back up to that 3rd spot. Once again, tell us how fast that Send It McLaren was today here at Suzuka.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. The track was hot. It was difficult. It was a warm one. I'm sweating, but yeah, I'm up to qualifying up a little bit, which put me, I can't remember where I started. Was it 7th or 8th? 7th? Anyway, yeah, just try to look after the tyres and the fuel. I think I got 1 or 2 laps extra fuel than most people, I think. And yeah, it was all right. It wasn't too bad, just very warm.
Yeah, definitely, and you were on pace there, you know. You were slowly gaining in on Andy there in the closing laps, just unfortunately, just not enough time.
Too far.
But overall, I mean, just once again, another wonderful performance for you.
Thank you.
And I just got a hold of our point standings, and with today, you are now out to just about a 7-point difference again between yourself and Harry Hartley Price. So, you know,
That'll do.
I mean, I think it's the same. I think it's the same as it was at the start of this race. So definitely, this points battle here for the pro division is definitely heating up.
Yeah. It'll be interesting next time out in Bathurst as well. See
what
what happens there. Cause it's a tough one, but I do like it.
Yes, definitely one. I was actually getting ready to ask you that, what you think about Bathurst, but you already answered that for me. But is there anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to before I let you go today?
Yeah, everyone in chat, everyone who's watching, thanks for watching. Yourself, do a great job, and congrats to the 2 in front who finished, David and Andy. Well done.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, a driver of that number 46 Send It McLaren, Hayden Young. We'll see you next week in Bathurst.
Yep. Cheers, buddy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I just got a hold of our current standings. So Hayden Young, he will be on top here with 94 points. Harry Hartley Price, he's going to be back with 88 points. And Andy White back with 84 points. And then not too far back from him, just by 4 points, is David Kinkus. So definitely a really good, strong run here for your top 4 here in the pro division. In your AM division, we have... Just a moment here, I'm trying to get it reloaded. Oh, give me 1 second. It kind of stopped on me. Updating. There we go. All right, so your points battle is getting even tighter here once again in your AM division. Harry Severn, he will get 1 point over Quentin Klumpert. So 108 points for Harry Severn. Quentin Klumpert, 107 points. Gareth Newton, he is back with 67 points. So there's definitely a big gap there between second and third. So I think by the end of this season, it's going to come down to Harry Severn and Quentin Klumpert for the battle for the championship. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go mountain climbing at Mount Panorama. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for joining, and we will see you guys next week at Mount Panorama.